and you're just a wild card. Like you have that going for you, and you can see Steel hovering Jet. I wouldn't be surprised if he locks it, and there it is. Hiko locking Breach too. This is like, Dan, this is my dream. I am so happy right now. We get Steel on Jet, we get Hiko on Breach. This is gonna be great.
It's so interesting. I cannot wait to see how this actually plays out here on Bind. And what an interesting, first map to go to, as you said, for all the reasons that you said. And it is Sentinels. One of the reasons why they're such a difficult team to play against and they're so good is because they've really mastered this loose style where they can adapt to any scenario. They can have some structure, if they need it. They do the study on their opponents, and we know that with Shazam, if for the moments when they really need to understand the kinds of adjustments they may need or the kinds of executes that may be particularly important. But generally speaking, this is a team that's like maybe the most adaptive team in the business, which makes them extremely resilient against any style of play that Valorant has to offer. And Valorant has a lot of styles that you can throw at a team. So Sentinels are always ready, but are they ready for this?
Oof, let's see. We have the Breach fault line. Looks like Hiko's lining it up for Showers to get shower control for Ethan. This is probably going to be an A play. Oh, that's actually for you. This is different. They're going to burst through short A here, Dan.
And there's the fault line, getting sent straight through. Sick will try to delay things as best he can. The boombot going out, but is he able to pull the gun out in time? Yes, just about able to deal with Asuna. And there's 3 players here, and Steel is going to go down. That's a spike in U-Haul as well. That is a problem right now for 100 Thieves. They've got to reclaim control there, and Sick is still going to be able to get the paint shells going. So 100 Thieves have nothing left. Great defense there from Sentinels.
Wow. Asuna was so close to taking out Sick and opening up that site. Just couldn't get it done. But that is an important factor. Going back to that previous matchup, we're going to use this Zeke round a little bit here to talk about it. I'd imagine 100 Thieves is going to save here. But when you watch 100 Thieves, it looks like they rely on Asuna a lot to open up these rounds. And that's because they do. Asuna has the second highest first skill per round in the playoffs, right? It's 0.21, which is like 20%, over 20% of the rounds he's opening up. He also has the second highest deaths per round to open things up. Whereas you look at Sentinels, they have 3-4 people above the second highest player on 100 Thieves. They have so many different ways to open up the rounds, and that's what makes them so terrifying to kind of go on to what you were saying before the game started.
Yeah, and I think you picked the good rounds, because one thing we were talking about off camera actually is that sometimes it's so hard in this game to get all the time you need to discuss things. In Counter-Strike, if you have an eco round, generally speaking, you can look at the loadout and be like, okay, cool, we have this like a minute to play with, but you never know in Valorant. Like every round is very interesting, even the rounds with very little. But we are going into our first gun here. Obviously, Sentinels playing with the bonus, but definitely packing a punch. You're not really seeing much in the way of SMGs there.
Yeah, and if you look, this is a short A aggression coming out of Sentinels. And I don't think 100 Thieves is ready for this. They don't have many people holding this. Oh, man. Ethan's going to get shower control for free. What does that really mean with these two players right behind him and Nitro?
Yeah, the pace is really slow here for 100 Thieves. They may get completely caught off guard by this. Sick. Oh, with this, Spectre is so ready for this. Takes down Nitro. The spike is, of course, towards the B side of the map here. Ethan's able to defend with that Vandal. Now just has to try and survive. But again, what does this mean? Will they go for the TP to assist? They will. 100 Thieves here now crunching onto Dapper. Oh my god, Dapper somehow gets 2 out of that. Ethan able to respond. But now it's about picking up the pieces. Spike can be collected, but again, 2 versus 3 here for 100 Thieves now.
Austin has managed to lurk his way up short. He's going to get this fight with Zombs. Can't get it.
There it
and
is.
Shaz actually rotated through the TP. Dan, the B site's open. They're going to get this post plant.
So there might be a chance here after all. Get some Astra Stars put down there. Gravity Well to slow things down. That won't actually work out. Well, the Seeker's coming out here as well. That's going to be beautiful. Asuna can play off of the back of those. Takes both fights. Beautiful gunplay there from him. So precise. And now it's onto Shazam's shoulders. The 1 versus 2. Shazam's looking confident. He makes his way through the window. Just barely gets out there. Able to get the pressure on. The Trailblazer's going to connect. He's concussed. Just going to go for the stick here, not afraid. Shazam might just commit this all the way. Actually comes off of it now. Ethan trying to toy with Shazam, waste his time as best as he can. Shazam now trying to get that ping, and Ethan ready and waiting. Will get the kill and the round there for 100 Thieves.
Oh, the absolute courage on Ethan right there to not push Shaz, knowing he's not going to stick. I thought when Shaz uses the recon, he pictured everything so perfectly, right? He knew exactly where Ethan was going to be in that one-on-one, but Ethan doing what he does best this entire tournament on Sky, saving 100 Thieves. He's been one of their best performers right around Asuna.
Yeah, so I mean, already, you know, we're getting 100 Thieves straight on the board, so that's good to see.
Ooh, I like this from 100 Thieves. They're using Breach to actually fault line Hookah for Asuna. He's going to get this real quick.
It's quite an aggressive setup coming through here towards Garden and that B side, but similarly, we've got the defenders of Sentinel, of 100 Thieves moving their way across as well. So let's see if they were able to defend this. Very ready for it. There's no control towards A whatsoever here. 100 Thieves, they are committed to this. Dashing through. There's the updraft. Steel and Ethan getting the entries that they need here. Doesn't matter that there's so many players. Shazam spamming through the smoke, able to get a couple. That will keep this defense somewhat alive. Dapper actually going straight through the smoke and through off the lineup. There's one more to go in the window. It's Ethan ready and waiting, able to take down Shazam. One more to go, but Dapper stands strong there, and that's going to be the round for Sentinels.
Wow. Sentinels, they just have next level awareness of what you want to do and what you can do as a team when you play against them. They had 4 people at this B site and they left one person A, and Dapper's actually taking out the planter of the spike before it ever gets down. He's the 5th. They're just all over the hits.
Yeah, Sentinels had such a good read there. That rotation was really good. And 100 Thieves, you know, they've been playing pretty slow so far, so yeah, Sentinels read the game really well, and we're going to get the Bladestorm out straight away on this eco here for 100 Thieves. Seal will get tagged by the drone, flash out as well, straight in Seal's face, unfortunately, but might be able to find something here. Does not have the dash available, but the updrafts are. And Tens will easily deal with that, so it's looking pretty good right now for Sentinels. Like they're only looking like they'll only lose just to one player here. Indeed. So 4-1. Sentinels 3 rounds ahead now.
I feel like a lot of these NA matches, then the beginning of the match is just who is the alpha duelist, who's going to peek into the other duelist and win and make them play passive. And Tens wins every time. This guy is so insane. He just peeks right into the Bladestorm and takes 2 out. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, it's a good point, actually. That conditioning is like really critical, like the confidence battle.
Yeah, so early on in this game, 100 Thieves had this game plan to use the Breach fault line to clear out Hookah, go into the B hits. They're going to try it again. If this... Oh, Dapper just threw his poison orb through the TP.
Yeah, that's awesome, actually. In fact, doing some damage there to Asuna as he makes his way through, and will get taken down by Tens. Just spamming through, knows the angles. That is really solid there from him, but out go the Seekers to try to gain some forward position. Ethan takes Zombs out. And Tens, oh my goodness, he just knows, again, all of these angles, is able to get a lot of damage in. Sick pulls out the showstopper. That's going to stop this push. They can't really push forward into this. The Sick's just going to buy time. Eventually, it's going to let it loose. Not going to connect, though. Still, Sentinels holding the site. Steel in a forward position. Gets traded out, though. 100 Thieves still trying to work on this site. Will find success, but Nitro's on 5 HP.
And look where the spike is. It's in Hookah, and that's exactly where Dapper's heading. His poison orb is waiting for him because he threw it through the TP. Are you kidding me?
Galaxy Brain, Dapper. 100 Thieves have to walk in here, and you can see Dapper. He knows exactly what's going on.
30 seconds
it's
left.
The headshot as well, the overkill, but there's another player in this position. Dapper, he's going to get taken down just as he looks away. Hiko. Such good awareness from him. And the 100 Thieves will take the round. A much needed round. That's going to bring them up to 2 against the 4 of Sentinels.
Oh, man. They really have to scrape. They're clawing through these rounds to get him. But a win is a win. 100 Thieves gets 2 on the board. they have the breach ult, man. This is where stuff gets spicy. This is what we love. We love the breach ult. Zapper with the standard Viper wall going through showers. Requires actually 3 crosses to get out of showers, which is insane. Ooh, that's some hookah. That's
out. Yeah, Asuna straight out there. He takes down Zom straight away. That's a big win. TenZ looks to defend the garden. Dismisses away. And in fact, might just be able to hold this one. Now there's only 2 players left. Make that one Hiko in garden. I mean, if there was a plan for the Rolling Thunder, it is gone. It's gonna have to come back in another round later on. Sentinels just shut it down.
Jeez, you would think when Asuna gets that opening frag onto Zoms with the showstopper, things will get a lot better. I don't know how it got significantly worse. TenZ just getting the pair of frags from long. I mean, what can you do? There's just this Reyna that's playing so disruptive, dismissing away. It seems like he has all the answers for 100 Thieves hits right now.
Yeah, he's playing so well on that B side. His hold, his anchoring is so impressive, but...
Oh, look at the setup. The Poison Orb one way, block 6 spot. They'll never expect this, Dan. The Jiggle Peek from Ethan might see it.
Yeah, it's so difficult here because 100 Thieves, I don't think they want to commit any of their ults into this round. Working with so little. Steel goes down. They didn't really get any bodies behind Steel there. They'll slowly work their way up. But actually, looks like they're able to find a couple kills here to try to push out it short. But TenZ is still there, and he is, of course, unstoppable.
The absolute raid boss. The absolute raid boss. Like, he's just always there. Look at him, 13-3 down after 8 rounds. Oh, this is not what you want to see if you're about to go into a grand finals against Sentinels on map 1.
Yeah, it's not the best of looks, I will admit. But perhaps the 100 Thieves, you know, with the Rolling Thunder, they've got the Cosmic Divide as well. Ethan's 1 away from the Seekers, so if they play for an orb for Ethan, of course that can come online. I'm not sure that they would want. You mentioned this, yeah. Some mind games.
They definitely need. This should be an. So many tactics to work with, such a deep playbook. They have the 3 stack on B, and it looks like actually this is slightly different. This is slightly different from 100 Thieves. You can see Nitro lurking in showers, and he can do this in the Astral. You can play stars anywhere, so it's a great agent to lurk with. Oh, that's brutal. The tag lets Sentinels only 1B.
And the drone on long. Exchange with the Trailblazers, and there goes the Rolling Thunder through that short position. Dapper does take down Asuna. Always good. Sick trying to hold on to U-Haul. Will get flooded backwards there by the flashes. Can't hold on to that position, and there's the Cosmic Divide. So we see the set piece doing its job, but Sick, is he going to try to challenge this? Is there a flash for him? The Hunter's Theory from Shazam is going to actually take down Steel, and the spike still hasn't been put down. Nitro's trying to get it planted here, but these satchels are also quite annoying. Sick is just holding onto this position.
Spike planted.
And eventually the spike is planted, but it's just a burst straight through from TenZ.
One enemy
take out Nitro. And these positions are not working out for 100 Thieves. They could never stabilize it. Leaves it onto Ethan. There's 1 versus 1. That's going to be a great initial pick up there from Ethan. The Seeker's going out there trying to duel TenZ, jiggling for his life. Picks the moment, but it's TenZ again. He cannot be stopped.
He can't. He can't be stopped, Dan. And you can see him just holding strong, so confident. So confident. His bullets dwindling. I'm just thinking in my head, how many... He can't have much ammo left. He can't have much left. And he just doesn't care. He's just staying in the middle of the open, waiting for Ethan to peek. Ethan did a great job of staying out of the typical spam spots, jiggling close to the box. Nope, nothing's enough to kill this man. Nothing.
Oh, my goodness. And just, again, like, Ethan's jiggling there. It's so hard to deal with.
Yeah.
TenZ is not phased. He's in the zone. He is dialed in right now, and it's another eco. Sheriffs are out here for 100 Thieves.
And people might question how Steel got fragged by Shazam's ult, right? A jet updrafting all over the place. I don't know if you caught it, but when Steel went to plant the spike, there was a gravity well placed by zzzzz, and that stuck him to the ground, and that's what got Shaz that frag. Absolutely unreal.
Oh, Steel's going to get taken out.
Spike
the updraft. Bladestorm not really doing what 100 Thieves are looking for. Shazam through the TP. Wants some action. It's getting a little bored, perhaps, over on the B side of the map. Yeah, it's a tough one here. I mean, if 100 Thieves had a plan for their attacking side of binds, going with the bind pick, we're definitely not seeing it come to fruition.
One enemy remaining.
One of the few maps you'll see Dapper on the Viper.
Not a terrible eco for 100 Thieves. If this were the start of the game, Dan. Oh, ooh, that was kind of nice. I think we're so deep into the half. There's only 2 rounds left. You're not really looking at economic damage into a team up 8-2 at this point. So it's all or nothing when it comes to these rounds right now for 100 Thieves. And I think they need 4 to end this half. These are some must-win rounds coming up.
Yeah, and they don't have any ultimates to work with here. And if you look on the side of Sentinels, they have almost every ultimate to work off of. So this is a nightmare. This truly is a nightmare.
Rich
and TenZ with that Reyna ult, he is perhaps, I mean, the best Reyna in the business with that ult. He makes it look way better than most Reynas will.
Oh, look at the gravity well that zzzzz has placed inside Hookah again. This netted them a frag earlier. Austin's going through. Oh, he's gonna get trapped. Gets out.
Lots of pressure there. Still working B-Long as well, just trying to keep it honest. And Sentinels have committed 3 players towards that B-Long position, so they're going to have to start playing for info at some point. Of course, they're relying on the Viper's Pit on short A. That's giving them a lot of control and information. The question is, will 100 Thieves decide to go through it?
Like they really want to, but they have second thoughts about it. I think Asna's position in Hookah makes them want to... It's kind of enticing them to go back to this B site, but that's where the stack is, Dan.
It's all by design. They're being shepherded to that B site, as you say, and...
Ooh, Shaz is rotating off, though. This could work out well.
There's the fault line, trying to open things up here towards Garden. There's the showstopper from Sick. That's going to slow things down. Oh, able to actually get through the TP to dodge that one, stay alive, but now out of the action. Nice follow-up from Eco, taking out TenZ before he can do anything. He has been a problem on this B site, so that is a good omen for 100 Thieves moving forward. But they have 20 seconds to plant the spike. Time is becoming a problem now as Shazam sits posted up on the cubby angle. That's his first one. That's the spike now down on the ground. Someone has to collect that very quickly. And they're running out of bodies here, 100 Thieves. Nice trio of kills coming through, though. Just enough time for Ethan to plant the spike, and zzzzz has to make his way across.
Spike planted.
That's the Cosmic Divide.
Zero Nebula, though, and the Seeker comes out from Ethan. That's going to make things a lot harder for zzzzz.
And he might want to hold on to the Cosmic Divide here as well. This seems very uncertain. As you say, they know where he is. So I'm looking to see if he can maybe catch a mistake. But it will not be given easily here for Sentinels. zzzzz having to go so deep, wasting so much of his time. Steel will eventually fight zzzzz and go down, but so much time has been killed. zzzzz had to go so deep for that he's not really left with any options after getting that frag. Well played by 100 Thieves to close this one down. A much important and needed third round on the board for them.
I couldn't agree more. And something to note about this, I said it didn't matter how many frags 100 Thieves got on their eco prior. The opposite can be said for Sentinels in this scenario, right? Taking that gun out of Steel's hand for Zombs, it will definitely hinder the buy on this final round of the half for 100 Thieves. So they, again, every round they've won so far has come down to a one-on-one with one player living. That makes your economy in the following round really, really rough.
We've got 10s on the operator here as well. First time we're seeing that.
Yeah, and he's going to
That
take
might
it
be
long.
quite surprising.
Oh, them, yes. Through the gravity wall.
Gun here.
Oh, never mind. Steel is ready for that. I don't think Steel even recognized the operators in the hand of 10s. It didn't matter. All right, well, Shazam, it's a game of one-upmanship.
Pico turning at the wrong time.
It's the aim battles coming through here on this B-long position. Getting traded back and forth, but it's Hiko to make the difference.
Massive. That gives him the Rolling Thunder, Dan, and the team is waiting by A. You can see Sentinels. Zombs has to rotate to B. No one is left in the B site. Oh,
as you say, it's all about setting up for the Rolling Thunder now.
And Sentinels is leaving 3 at A, and that's exactly where 100 Thieves is going. I don't think they'll ever read 3 people are here.
Big moment for Dapper, though. He could make a difference. A big difference. Takes down the first player. The Rolling Thunder comes through. Misses Dapper. Out comes the shorty. It's not enough, though. Hiko locks it in for 100 Thieves. They will get the 4th round at the end of the half. And we are back. We're live with 100 Thieves against Sentinels. This is map 1 of this finals best of 5 affair. And 100 Thieves had a pretty poor showing to start things off, but we saw them rallying at the end of the first half. Sean, the question is whether they can continue that now that they switch halves.
Yeah, can they shut 10s down is the real question, because it seems like the rounds that Sentinels win, they're kind of at a slight disadvantage, and then 10s finds his way into the gunfight. So, I mean, they just need to slow the man down just a little bit. But this is a massive A aggression, and Ethan is all alone in hookah versus what looks like a three-person hit coming his way.
Love it.
He has a nebula right in front of him from Nitro.
Okay, this might get pretty hot for Dapper.
That's the smoke for you, and the wall for Sight. Ooh, the fault line from Breach from A.
Oh, there we go! Straight through the TP. Everybody's there to party for 100 Thieves, and they are destroying this effort from Sentinels. Oh my goodness. It's like a Zerg rush.
That was
Just
absolutely
swarms.
sick, Dan. That was
Just that fault
absolutely
line
sick.
as well.
The nebula turns into a smoke. The Breach fault line comes in from U-Haul, and the Sky Flash comes out of hookah. This is insane. Actually, there wasn't even a Sky Flash. Ethan just swung.
Oh, they got
my.
just totally mobbed. It was beautiful. That was beautiful. Gorgeous.
But yeah,
Now we have...
I was talking about last
go
time,
ahead.
this wall at A that Dapper throws blocks all vision. And when you combine it with the smoke he throws for U-Haul, there's only a couple spots you can play. There's literally not many. That's not where the fight's going here.
And that's got to feel good too. Again, 100 Thieves getting schooled at the beginning of the first half. Really struggling to win some of the fights and to make work their strategy. So they get to start off really well here. Got to be careful not to give 10s any free shots on that Sheriff. You never know when he's going to convert that into a headshot and a chance for the team. Dapper able to pick up an AWP there, so that's a small victory here in this pistol eco. Ethan spots the entire team almost on B-Long. That's a lot of info here for 100 Thieves.
Oh, this is terrifying. 10's picking into the B side with a Sheriff is terrifying to me.
Yes, it is. And Asen has already been tagged down to 64, so he's not particularly strong now. Oh, it's a little bit awkward there for Steel as well. And here comes the B attack. Asen, again, pretty weak. Has a lot of support here from Cubby, but the Sheriff is doing so much damage. And just like you said, it's starting to fall apart here for 100 Thieves. They've got to recover. Ethan, the quick pop flash, but they're going to switch through the TP and hit that A site. They're going to walk straight into Steel, though. He's ready and waiting here in the Shower's position, and he will be third. All of the frags, perhaps. Decent eco here from Sentinels, all things considered.
Absolutely. I mean, I thought Nitro was all over with the nebulas. He popped the smoke, and then he had the gravity well waiting right outside, and that's why Asuna swung. But I don't think he ever expected to see 3-4 people on his screen when he swung like that. Just such a compact hit coming out of Sentinels and 10s when he had 150. Woof. Woof. Now it's a full buy, though. He got the frags to make it worth it. And again, 100 Thieves is going with this 3-person A setup. Dapper with the wall across the site, the smoke for U-Haul, and you can do this when you have an Astra, second controller to take care of the B site. You can waste all your utility every single round at the A site as Viper.
I love how oppressive the Viper utility is. The forward position from Steel is actually caught. Sentinels were waiting for something like that. The drone comes through as well to allow them to push further forwards. They have that Poison Orb as well, previously placed by Dapper. The push players out of U-Haul, so Sentinels with a lot of control right now. Nitro and Asuna ready and waiting to do damage. It's a body through the teleporter, not any players.
Oh, Nitro hits an off timing there on the peak with Shazam.
Oh, big window from Ethan, trying to win that battle over U-Haul control, but Sick is doing a fantastic job here, maintaining control for Sentinels. He cuts in a 1v3. This is rough. Takes down one at least. And you think he has the info as to where the remaining players are. Has a good sense at least that they are towards this short position.
Has the fault line to work with. It has charged up.
Captivate the players. The double peek comes in. Not much you can do against that. Pico does get one frag out of it at least, but Sentinels get their first round on the board in the second half off of the gun. The full gun rounds.
Yeah, but a lot like 100 Thieves, only one player survived that round, Dan. That puts them in a very fragile state now, economically speaking. And if they lose this next round, we could be looking at another save coming in for Sentinels. And that's when it gets scary. That's when it becomes anyone's map. So huge round here. A lot of pizzas almost full, as we've been saying on the ultimates. Again, the same Dapper setup coming in, and the Blade Storm aggressively coming out of Steel.
Yeah, trying to get that first kill, and he's going to actually find it onto Sick. That's not
he's
hit.
not ready.
He's not ready at all, and there's nobody there to trade. The right click misses for Steel, so the momentum now has been, the wind has been sapped from the sails of 100 Thieves. Maybe they can get another couple kills. Just like you said, it would be very important to get some extra economic damage if they can. Charge up ults as well, Cosmic Divide and Rolling Thunder. Oh, Nitro, hello. See another couple kills here. Could be possible. Difficult shots though. It's almost a running, jumping Spectre. And that's going to be 10 rounds now for Sentinels. 100 Ds. It feels like if they're going to come back into this one, if they really need to make the movement happen here. And the question is, what do they have to work with? How do they want to open this round up? It feels difficult sometimes on the defense. And Steel's on a Marshall.
No, I believe that's actually the operator. That's the
operator.
Yeah,
the skin. That always throws me.
Yeah. No, we don't like that. We don't like that skin, Dan. We don't like it at all, actually. In fact,
it's like the money doesn't add up, but
yeah. He's on half armor, and he's actually planning on peeking into Sick right now. This is very bold. Oh, but tons of info is gained with that peek. Look, he knows Sick has run away. It almost... He can guarantee his teams that this is a hit.
Full line coming through again. And it's already rotation coming across. They got the info for the defense. Get the Viper's pick being laid down here as well. Tens opens up. And here comes Nitro. Still holding on to that usual position, but again, oh my goodness, Asuna from the elevated spot, when all of the smoke drops, he's able to have free reign on Sentinels. They have no position to work with right now. The Cosmic Divide comes through as well from Nitro, making life even more difficult. And that spike is in the territory of 100 Thieves.
Yeah, what a massive play by Nitro to find Dapper in the ult, right? He gets that frag, and like you said, the smoke cloud dissipates, and they're left in the middle of the open where Austin cleans it up.
One enemy remains.
With a miss onto Chaz. Makes up for it with a better find onto 10s. Ooh.
And an even better one there onto Shazam. I was actually going to say exactly the same thing there that you were saying. That's again, we talked about how important that round was. Comes up a big dub for 100 Thieves. Oh, again, that's such a huge kill. We get to see the aftermath.
Down A.
Ooh, and some very valuable ults used right there for Sentinels. You can see Sick lost his, Dapper lost his. Shaz one orb away. So the triple sack onto B here, and again this peak. Oh, peeks into
Big
both
win.
duelists.
Big find from Steel. The old jump peek. Trailblazer comes through to get some info. He's going to trade the drone. We'll slow the drone down, actually. Trying to flash it as well. Ethan does actually get tagged. Sentinels, again, they've lost a player early here. Might want to try to find something aggressively around Suka position, but oh, the aggression's taken right back here. 100
The
Thieves.
damage. Wow, that did tons of damage to Tens and Zoms.
Kill them though. So we'll have to see if there's any room to be played with here for Sentinels. The rider comes through, that's going to isolate Steel.
Accordingly, in the, I believe it was the quarterfinals. So
Nice shot from Steel though. Finds the head of Dapper with that operator. Ethan plays beyond the wall, and Sentinel still struggling to gain ground. Ethan with a superior position will not fail at all in any sense on those angles. And that's 100 Thieves converting yet again. Thanks to Steel's opening, really.
Absolutely. And ladies and gentlemen, we do have a game here. I was worried that Sentinels was going to run away with this map, but now at 8-10, I think Sentinels' economy is gone. 100 Thieves might get 9 on an eco.
Yeah, it's looking like it. Great stuff so far from 100 Thieves.
I'm going to say this. Sentinels' sheriff rounds like this, as Pansy calls them, Shikos, are insanity.
And still, you know, he's mixing up his positions with that operator, so you never know where he's going to be at the start of a round. Won't be able to connect that shot. Has the dash available still. Wants to go for the repeat. He's gonna. Oh no, he gets blocked for a second there. Almost gets taken out. Very awkward stuff there for Steel. And Dapper will actually catch him as he goes across the short position. So 100 Thieves are actually taking some serious hits right now, but they are staying alive, largely speaking.
He's on 5, man, but this Reyna, ooh, Hiko puts him down. Leaves Dapper in a 1-on-4 open B side, but the gravity wall's really going to mess things up for his timings here.
Yeah, that's kind of annoying. Spy plant would be pretty awesome to get. Charge up the ult, gets extra money for the team.
What is
Oh, that was close.
Light, that was insane. Came from spawn.
Just able to dodge that one. He has to take the gamble on a plant.
30
Pray that
seconds
nobody's
left.
nearby. We'll stick this. And that's a big win. He's got the spike down. Anything else is a bonus. And here we are. We've got a really good position for the ults for both teams here now as well. Still one away from the Blade Storm. Shazam on the Hunter's Fury. So definitely a lead for 100 Thieves in terms of the ults. And Hiko having that Rolling Thunder and the Seekers on Ethan gives so much retake potential for 100 Thieves. It gives them on the defense so many more options strategically.
Absolutely. And this is the point in the game where I think the momentum has shifted to 100 Thieves, right? They have the ults, they have the economy, they're on the easier half. But you know what they're not, Dan? They're not the best team in the world that has been in this scenario and won every single time in the last 3 months, which is what Sentinels do this to everyone. They always end up in bad spots late game. But can they keep doing it here?
Yeah, so it's a big push towards this Hookah position, lots of pressure. Steel's actually playing aggressively towards the cubby on A short, so there's forward information here for Sentinels. And looks like Sentinels will be slowed down slightly because of the Seekers especially. Shazam will drone forward to try to pressure this defense even more. And we get a rotation here as well.
Dan. Steel is way up short A. He has all of the info.
It gives this extra man to this B defense. So really good look here right now for 100 Thieves. And again, they've got that Rolling Thunder to fall back on if they need it. Hiko is on the A site right now.
And Dan, this is the type of preparation that I meant when 100 Thieves picked this map. Look where Steel is. He's completely open to that left peek from Showers. He's totally vulnerable, but he knows no one comes that way for Sentinels.
And here comes the push. 100 Thieves will defend this. They've got great angles. You can see Ethan also in a pretty good spot right now. Zoms is on, or could be on that garden attack, and Ethan will go to the flash out. He knows this player's there now because of the guiding light, but the timing is good here. Asuna and Nitro trying to defend. It is an all-out gun battle. 2 versus 2 now. 20 seconds to plant the spike, and Dapper, he's going to actually run for the TP. He's switching it up to the A site, but Hiko's got the Rolling Thunder, and he's going to get there in time.
Yeah, he could shut down this plant, and Zoms is way out of the picture, Dan.
Oh no, is he going to get caught by it? He does. That's going to waste too much time, I think. Dapper, I don't think he can do anything about this. Steel over the top of the toxic screen is going to try to catch Dapper, but again, no time. The Rolling Thunder will secure the round.
One enemy remaining.
That's the most breach thing I've ever seen, Dan. Just winning rounds with abilities. Holy! The initiator squad on 100 Thieves, Ethan and Hiko on top of the scoreboard. Rightfully so. They are dominating this game with their utility.
Oh, look at the money here for Sentinels too. They don't have anything to work with. Dapper keeping the Phantom from the previous round, and they'll try to do what they can with that and a couple sheriffs. Actually, oh, Zoms got a Bulldog, then solo again.
Steel switched to the Phantom off of that operator. That's interesting. He knows it's a low buy. He doesn't want the operator.
And he has that Blaze Storm as well. He really needs it. Nitro's going to get caught by that. Steel with this Phantom does give him a lot more maneuverability. See what he's able to do here. Viper's Pit comes through, but they have to try to find a way to convert onto the spike plant. And you can see that there's free reign to spray into this. And Steel knows his angles. He takes down Sick, the spike's down. And Steel now is just going to be above these positions. This is actually quite difficult. Oh, he tried to make the jump across, and he actually fails. He's in the Viper's Pit now, tries to take down Dapper. But that is not going to go well for 100 Thieves. 3v4 now, but the spike has to get planted still, and you can see Sentinels are really afraid. They don't want to try to plant and then just lose a player to spam. They have to eventually, at some point, go for this spike plant.
Oh, you feel the tension, Dan, and he finds Zoms.
And that's exactly what they were worried about. Ethan, he's going to go in off of the next one, and the running spray almost takes down another. It's almost like a stalemate here, but Asuna, he's on the flank. He's going to, is he going to ruin this? Because Dapper is waiting for him, actually. Turns just at the nick of time. Now Ethan with the spray. This is a truly ridiculous round. Ethan, 21 points of health, 5 bullets in the tank to go. Can he make this happen? No, they go for Ethan. They've had enough in the Viper's Pit. And Sentinels converts. My goodness, the stalemate there, Sean.
Oh my goodness, they're just absolutely wild. Yeah, Sentinels knows the game that's being played. They're tapping the spike. They're trying their best to not get spammed through this Viper ult. Jeez. So ridiculous. And then Steel just trying to make that jump. But it's like a budget baby bay, you know? Like he's trying to do crazy stuff and he just can't do it because it's not his main.
Oh my god, that's hilarious. Well, into the next round, Sentinels is eking out that extra one, and we've talked about the Blade Storm being activated. Asuna has that showstopper as well. They're looking for a play here. They're going to crunch on 2 Sentinels. Oh my god, Sick almost dodged that one. But Asuna can finish it off, and we get a response here. The Showers take coming in from Sentinels, but actually outside of that, Sentinels don't really have much map control. They did at least trade onto Steel.
There.
Now there's a minute left. Sentinels start to move towards this A site.
Oh, Hiko makes contact with Tens, the Reyna in shower, and immediately Nitro smokes that off for him.
This poison orb is so annoying. Asuna with the pain shells. That's going to cover his drop down into the cubby there by triple. Uh-oh, Nitro spotting a lot of players there. Has to pull his gun back out. Can't get the frag though. And it's going to be up to Ethan to try to 1v4 clutch. Not an easy ask.
Spike planted.
And that doesn't help all too much. Ethan, not really in a great spot here. And I mean, Sean, you talked about Sentinels being in this position. You talked about how 100 Thieves had the momentum, and then somehow Sentinels will win anyway. And it's kind of playing out like that, I feel like, right now.
I'm really sick of whoever's writing these narratives on who wins these matches, Dan. It's getting old. It's getting old, man. I'm so sick of watching the Sentinels come back. It's so ridiculous how they always do this to their opponents.
It's like the sitcom writers that just keep going and going, season after season after season. It's like, come on. Let's just write a new show now, guys. Take this off the air. Okay, so 12 rounds for Sentinels then. It's just one more to take Bind. Bind has been weird, I think, for both teams in many respects. I think seeing Steel on Jet, as you say, sometimes it looks a little bit awkward. He knows what he's supposed to do, and he's doing a good job with it most of the time, but you can tell that it's not his main.
Yeah, he's doing all of the right things. He's just not very comfortable at doing them. You can tell he's not. Yeah, it doesn't look like a Jet main when you watch him. Like his crosshair's not moving around like a Jet main. But here he is again. He's going to try to open things up on short A, and he is definitely going to get a battle.
Yes. This is a great opener again for Steel. You can see Sentinels have been wary of it, though, in multiple rounds.
Ooh, they boosted Nitro up in showers. Look at this.
It's a battle around Hookah as well. Sick gaining space here. He did just take a guiding light in base. Now there's the drone coming through showers. So map control plays on both sides of the map here from Sentinels. What will they win? What's showers control?
Someone will come into Steel right now. I think it's Shazam. Shazam is making his way back to this angle. Is he going to be aware?
He needs this kill for the team. He gets it and dashes away, unpunished. And there's the fault line to protect Steel even further, and that's beautiful because now there's a 5v4, 40 seconds left. They've lost Shazam. Sova's gone.
God, the shower player has a Spectre against tens.
That is not a great look. We'll see what Nitro can do with it. So we'll actually open things up here, but it's a crossfire mostly.
30 seconds left
for Nitro. Waiting for the perfect moment. Oh, and in fact, it's Nitro to seize the opportunity, takes it away from tens. And now, you know, Sentinels, they've been bled out here by just these slow, proactive plays from 100 Thieves, keeping them on their toes. And there's no time left at this point. It's just going to be a rush into the site. They've got to hit the shots. They've got to be extremely aggressive. And Dapper will take down one, but Spike, can it go down in time here? Asuna will stop that in its tracks. 11-12. One more for overtime here for 100 Thieves.
What an insane round from Nitro on the Astra. It's an agent that he's not too comfortable with. I mean, we've seen him so much on Omen, right? And by the way, it's worth noting, he's last in the entire playoffs in first deaths per round. He's a very passive player. But he closes out the round so well for 100 Thieves. The gravity well on the Spike right there, gifts it to Asuna, takes out the shower player, takes out another player after that. Huge impact from the veteran player.
And there's so much to talk about with Nitro, but maybe we'll take that discussion in other moments.
Ooh, Ethan did a guiding light through shower, saw nothing, and look, Dan, look at the rotate coming from 100 Thieves, but will they make it?
Here comes Sick, Showstopper out, satcheling forward. Oh my god, Asuna's in the air though, and Sick's gonna go down. The Showstopper gets nothing. The Cosmic Divide there to try to make their way onto the site, and you can see Asuna is scanning, looking, tracking for these players, where they're gonna be coming from. Ethan taken down by elbows, Sentinels gaining ground on the site, getting the entry frag. It's fully challenged here by 100 Thieves. No retake setup at all. They're going for it. And they've been left quite short after that. It's just Steel who remains. He has to go for it. It's the last round. He's got to find a 1 versus 3 to secure the overtime. Take Bind away here. An important pick for 100 Thieves to open up this best of 5. Steel looking with that operator, and they are not giving him a single thing. I say that, but Tens peaks. He goes down. Steel going forward again, has to force these players out, but no, Shazam comes in with the headshot. Seals does it. Okay, right, so we're going to get all of the agents locked in, and it is expected. It's what we expected to see.
Yeah, this is exactly what we expect. I think, like I said, I don't think the agent comes from a lot of anti-strat work and in that first half. On an undefeated map for like they're beating bad teams. Rise.
They are in trouble, but I mean, I feel like you're always in trouble. Up to here on the attack. against the side who is the best team right now.
Indeed, and right off the bat, you see 100 Thieves doing a full retake A setup, and they have a good guess here because this looks like a B setup coming from Sentinels. Spike actually on the B side of the map.
They are just hiding it at this point in time.
And Ethan's
No
actually
information.
Ethan's spotting over the little box inside elbow right now with those jump peaks. That's what he's not trolling with those jumps. He's jumping to look over it while crouched. There he is. And he's going to be first contact if that position is spotted. But look at the speed.
The paranoia coming through. 100 Thieves will get to have their defense here after all. The snake bite catches Dapper. He's got nowhere to go. And this has worked wonderfully. However, there is still a chance here for Sentinels. More than just a chance. They're going to have a good shot at this round. They have a free and open A bomb site. Ten's already in a forward position. Has cleared quite a lot here for the team. And they will be able to get their spike plan after all. 4 players, or 5 players, I should say, on the retake against the 3 of Sentinels. But they have to close the distance.
Yes, and Hiko still has his wall for this retake, Dan. This is the difference with the double controller. No utility on A for Sentinels.
And they're just going to just use the force of numbers here to charge down Sentinels. Shazam and Zombs, all that stands now. And, well, they're gone just as quickly as I said that. So the spike does go down, but it will be a round. The opening pistol on Breeze will go to 100 Thieves on the defense.
So cool to see how 100 Thieves meticulously uses their utility, right? They know what they can use at the start of the round. The Omen Dart covers, the Paranoia. They know they can get rid of Ethan's Guiding Light, but Hiko has to stay true and hold that wall for the retake. They didn't end up needing it because it was a 3-on-5, but you could see the ideas churning right there for 100 Thieves on that pistol.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how it plays out here with the Marshals in hand, the Sick and Zombs, Sheriff on 10s, and Dapper. So, honestly, this is really scary, I have to say.
Yeah. There's that elbow recon coming in early. That alerts Sentinels that no one is pushing that position.
Okay.
Yikes.
And that's why it's scary, because you don't want to give up free, like, you don't want to not peek anything. You have to challenge something. Ooh. Nitro, nice shot there.
One enemy
Vandal.
remaining. Spike
And it's
down
looking
mid.
pretty good. They will control mid after all. Sick might be able to extract an extra bit of damage here. Takes down Nitro. 1 more to go. It's a good attempt for the following frag, but it is cleaned up, and we'll go into the full gun round here for Sentinels.
I will say, Dan, as a fan that wants 5 maps here, I do kind of like 10s on the Jets. That way when he gets the picks, he doesn't just go back to 150 health and get more picks. You know, like, it's a little bit more fair this way. When you...
Yeah, and I can't wait to see, if Aston is really going to get, that running start, which on that Reyna, because that's always just glorious to witness. And
Ooh,
going into this first gun round,
this looks kind of sketchy, Dan. This is a double A setup with Nitro opping A on Omen and the Reyna Asuna baiting him. But you can see by the alarm bot placement of Dapper, this isn't going to be an A main hit. He's just going to play really passive up here. They're going to go through elbow right now. That's where the fight's going to be.
And we have questions being asked by Ethan. We know him to be fairly active in trying to find information around elbow and B window possibly. But at this point in time, holding position, perhaps an expectation that there's a rotation coming in from Sentinels, which there is, but it's towards this A site now.
Look what just waiting has done to this setup. The setup has dissipated in the A site. Asuna all alone now. Nitro's kind of floating. He has to watch these mid doors. They don't really have anything going for them here anymore.
It will be an awkward defense. The question is how much damage they can do. The Sentinels bring their way forward. Or there's going to be a ping. That is not fun for Nitro. The flash has come through as well. Asen's doing a good job. Gets 1 frag. Gives Nitro a chance here. Nitro, hearing the dash forward, is worried about the close position. And he's going to miss that shot, but Steel is there in time. They delayed enough to give 100 Thieves still a good chance to make this defense work. Dapper creeping forward, takes down Steel. Very quick stop there from Dapper as he repositions, and the spike is going down now for Sentinels. And the 2 versus 2, they are beginning to look quite strong, and they've got the rifle advantage. The Spectres at these distances are not going to be all that enjoyable here. Sick and Dapper close it down.
How did Sick control that Vandal spray? What? Where was his mouse at on his mouse pad? What the? That is a game-saving spray from Sick right there. Winning the bonus with that after getting tagged so heavily. And yeah, I thought Nitro and Austin were doing a fantastic job holding that site. Oh my goodness. Sentinels squeak through the bonus round, and if you look, 100 Thieves, they don't have a lot to work with. Nitro on a Marshall here.
Yeah, that's it's definitely difficult. You know, again, in that earlier on in mid, they did lose a couple players against the Marshalls and Sheriffs. Got an aggression coming in from 100 Thieves in mid here. They've got Asuna right out there with Nitro support. They know they have to get something early if they can. And at this point, there's a lot of info here for 100 Thieves. They understand what's going on because they've got calls control, they've got all this mid control.
Dan, Shaz is gonna drone this, and if it tags Hiko, the wall goes up, the jet dashes in, he goes in big trouble here.
The Seekers are coming in as well. Can Hiko stop it? Just about in time. Hiko playing behind the toxic screen now. And that's Ethan to deal with 10s. That's a big win early on here for 100 Thieves. But Sentinels have managed to breach the site. Spike is there at the back of the site. Still needs to find some space to plant as they try to defend these positions. The Seekers coming out. No time to plant this Spike. They have to keep the guns out. They have to fight. Finding is working. 3 versus 3. 100 Thieves might want to just keep pushing the issue here. That Spike still needs to go down. Paranoia out. It's not going to hit anything. 2 versus 2. Fighting over the site still. And Sentinels will hold the defense there on that B site. And that's the 2-2.
I thought Hiko did a fantastic job putting up that wall, finding some space behind it, stalling the hit. But yeah, the mid rounds is where Sentinels is thriving in this series so far. It's when the round collapses into the 3-on-3s, these 2-on-2s. They have the big plays that they just make those plays. They make the peaks. They hit the shots. When there's no abilities, there's no more structure involved. That's where Sentinels lives. They live in those moments.
Went down to a 2v2 as well. It was a pretty close round, but gonna get a lot of control towards A here. The drone straight forward. And it's a save round here. So keeping things simple and the anti-eco while Sentinels just using the numbers, getting to that spike plant as quickly as possible. And Hens is just crushing this defense.
1 enemy remaining.
There we go. It's all being cleaned up nicely. No damage done at all.